Hello everyone and welcome to the Epicenter, where I'm going to teach you a little bit about earthquakes. Okay, on the board behind me, you'll see it says geology is cool. Okay. So, that's a true fact, geology is pretty cool. Now, earthquakes work like this. This is our land, here's a little person, let's give him a little hat. Cool. Great guy. Okay. Now, there's things in the ground, actually, not things in the ground. Our planet is made up of tectonic plates. Now, tectonic plates are all around the globe. They make up each land body. They're underneath the world. And so kind of at each sort of continent, border, or ocean, there is these tectonic plates. Now, these tectonic plates, and when they meet, they create something that's called a fault. A fault is when the ground and the two plates, one plate is going down underneath of another one as another one passes forward. Okay? And when this happens, a few things can occur. There could be a thrust fault which pushes this part of the ground up, causing this to be rise above it. Or in another case, which could happen similarly, two plates, this is an overview, could go rub up against one another, and so that is called a strike-slip fault. A normal fault, let's make this little man again, sort of reacts like the opposite of a thrust fault. One will be pushed down as another one is pushed over, so then this land, where the man is standing, goes down. And that makes him underground and stuff, and that's not good. Earthquakes also cause something when they're in the ocean. This is a beautiful ocean, we need it to be blue. And that's called a tsunami. When there's the oceanic plates, when they go up against one another, they move up, and the ground up moves up, which causes the ocean to move up. And when the ocean moves up, it causes these huge waves. These are tsunamis, and tsunamis work like this. Tsunamis in the ocean could be just a little bump. Now, there's fishes and stuff in the ocean, blah blah blah. Nice. Wonderful. Now, when it gets closer to land, and let's just draw our little trees and stuff, that gets closer to land. Wonderful, maybe a city or something, I don't know. Why is the tree bigger than the city? Who cares? It's the Munchkin land. This big bump, this bump then becomes a lot bigger. Why? Because the oceanic shelf is shallower. Tsunamis cause huge amounts of damage. The initial thing is called a surge. Now, as I said previously, the initial impact of the ocean. Let me just draw a nice little ocean here for us. Of the ocean and the ground is called the surge. Now the surge, once it impacts into pretty much anything, will drag debris and buildings or anything in its path away with it. And then the ground will quickly recede back. The ocean will quickly recede back. So it will take everything in its path with it. Now everything that it had hit before, like these little buildings here that are now underwater, will be moved forward. So it's not just water. There will be chunks of concrete, like trees, trunks, like anything, debris will be in this. So it's not just water, it is a wall of material that is moving at
this higher ground and such. So if little Billy is standing right here, little Billy is gonna get jacked up because this wave is not stopping for little Billy. Now, continuing on this idea here, alright, there's also other instances called liquefaction. Now, liquefaction is like this. The ground, which I'm now drawing. Let's draw some grass. That is some giant grass. That will now be a tree. That is not grass. That is going to be a nice giant tree. And other things, when an earthquake can happen, it will cause liquefaction. And liquefaction is when sand or other things. Sand. Now, why is there a tree on the beach or in an area where there is sand? Don't ask me. It happens sometimes. But this will create water that's underground in these little underground cave systems and such. Will sort of bubble up to the surface. So it's going up here. And there'll be these little water bubbles and stuff. And then it will drag down this piece of land almost. So it will move the water up here. And it will sort of push this stuff down. And if anybody were to walk on it, they're going down too. Because it may appear to look like sand, but it's quicksand. You're going to fall down into it. It is not safe. Now that causes a lot of problems too. Generally, earthquakes are pretty dangerous. But why? What is the basicness of an earthquake? Well, what are earthquakes made of? Earthquakes, when they occur, have something called a focus. The focus is where the earthquake occurs. Now, the earthquake sends off its initial waves. These are called P waves, or primary waves. I just like to abbreviate. Now, where these hit or occur, let's just say there's a little city up here, you know, some roads, some nice stuff going on up here. Maybe a bridge. I don't know. It's a nice little city. Okay. Maybe some roads. Something cool going on up here. This is our city for now. Phone going off. One moment. Okay. Now, I'm sorry for that interruption. The second waves that go off are called S waves. Let's try and draw this in a readable handwriting. S waves. Yeah, that was close. Whatever. Oh my gosh, that's awful. Those are S waves. You get the picture. S waves. Perfect. These are S waves. I know they look like these ones, but you know what? Now they have dashes in them, so those are S waves. So the S waves is what does the damage. The primary waves, they'll make you feel really weird. They'll be like, whoa, dude, my stomach doesn't feel good. So if little Jimmy's standing right here and he's getting hit by some P waves, he's not feeling too good. He's like, Mommy, I have a tummy ache. Like, this is some pretty weird stuff. But as soon as those S waves hit, everything's shaking like crazy. Everything's going everywhere. This tree's falling down. There's burning buildings. You know, stuff is falling everywhere. This bridge is cracking. You know, you never know. Now, that is called the epicenter, as I said in the beginning. Wherever that earthquake hits, it's the epicenter. Because it's above the focus. Now that has been a little 101 on earthquakes. Hope you enjoyed. Bye.